Should you use AI to write all of your content? No. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Just kidding. Kidding about the video being over, that is. I wasn't kidding about how you shouldn't use AI to write your content. I mean, there are a handful of cases where it's okay, but you certainly shouldn't be using AI to write entire pages for you. But Dylan, why not? You may be asking. Well, I'm going to spend the next several minutes explaining, so buckle up. Before you do, though, you really should subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's get into it. So like I said, you absolutely do not want to use AI to write all of your website content for you. Why not? Well, for starters, AI is not great at connecting with people. And that's a problem, since connecting with your audience is the entire point of marketing writing. For one thing, AI doesn't consider search intent like you would. Search intent is the reason people read your content. It's what they're trying to get from it. By addressing search intent, you can engage those users and grow their trust in your business. But to do that, you have to understand how your fellow humans think and build your content around that. Reminder, AI is not human. And while it bases its responses on the data it's fed, it doesn't generally look at the structure and format of the content in the search results to spit out its answers. That means it isn't able to create a user experience that actually matches up with what users want. And people probably won't find its content very helpful in most cases. Another problem is that AI is completely unoriginal. When you generate content with AI, every word of that content is pulled from human written or even other AI written content that the AI was trained on, and it therefore can't come up with new or unique ideas. Now that's a problem for marketing content. You want your content to provide new info for your audience, especially since you want to come up with some original ideas that your competitors' content doesn't have. But AI content doesn't do that. That means you'll never be able to create unique thought leadership content and get an edge over the competition. Not only does that make people less likely to read your content, but it also means that content will rank lower in Google search results. Google prioritizes content with unique insights, so without those, you won't rank super well. Plus, one of the things Google uses to determine content quality is called EEAT. That is experience, expertise, authority, and trust. AI has no personal experiences and therefore has no expertise, certainly has no authority. At the end of the day, it's just stringing words together based on how it's been trained. And that means AI-generated content is not going to do well in Google rankings a lot of the time. Then there's the fact that AI content can be really biased. What, you might think? How can it be biased? Aren't robots supposed to be objective? Well, keep in mind that AI is trained on human content, including very biased human content. So all of that bias gets ingrained into the tool. Bias is just the tip of the iceberg, though. The much bigger issue is that AI will sometimes produce straight-up false information. It's already bad in and of itself, but it gets even worse when you realize that kind of thing can lead to serious legal issues. Just ask Air Canada, whose AI chatbot told someone he could get a refund, only for the company to deny him that refund because it went against their policy. He proceeded to win a lawsuit against them because of that. In another legal case, it turned out that two lawyers had created a legal brief using AI, but the AI had made up cases and quotes that didn't exist. When it came out what the lawyers had done, they were both sanctioned. All that to say, AI's tendency to hallucinate false information can have some pretty disastrous consequences for your business. Really not worth the risk. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that you don't care about any of that. You don't care if your AI produces biased, inaccurate content that doesn't consider search intent. Okay, fine. That's your prerogative. Just know that your audience is going to be really mad at you. Studies have shown that people have a negative opinion of AI content. In one study, only 23% of Americans said they felt comfortable interacting with content written mostly by AI. You might think, well, I just won't tell them that it's written by AI then. Oof, bad idea. I can already hear the boos. You know that sooner or later, something is going to slip and it's all going to come to light. And then people will be really mad at you. In fact, 80% of Americans think it should be illegal to pass off AI content as human written. One example, just look at Sports Illustrated, who got caught putting AI content on their website and using fake author profiles to pretend that humans wrote it. When it became clear what was going on, people were furious, and it got a lot of news coverage. Sports Illustrated scrambled to fix it, but the damage was done. They lost a lot of trust through that. So yeah, not a great idea. But remember at the beginning of the video where I said that there are a handful of cases where it's okay to use AI in your content? Well, let me explain what I meant. AI shouldn't write your content for you, but it can be a helpful tool for the humans who do write it. For example, AI can help you come up with keyword ideas or draw up a rough outline for your article. In those cases, your writers can use AI as a jumping off point and then create the content themselves. As long as you use AI with caution, it can be okay to use it in situations like that. The important thing is to make sure the final product is 100% written by humans for humans. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Before you go, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get updated about our new videos. Not kidding this time. It really is the end of the video.